Oh, yeah. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, the one and only A Switch, aka the Komake Tiger Dropper, aka the smoothest sucker, aka the undefeated, uncontested, undisputed social distancing champion, aka it's hard to remember. The taco meat tyrant, uh, aka let me give you some jelly so you can put it on your peanut butter. What? Oh my god. put some put some jelly on your peanut butter. What? I don't well okay. All right. Hey, that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna stick to it. Um aka the nigga lip master. Bringing you yet another episode of Switches Sites, episode 138. Get off me. That's 138 with the subtitle Get Off Me. Coming to a theater near you, but it's a podcast. I don't. Let me stop. For those that don't know, Switches Sites podcast is a solo video game podcast where your boy A Switch just talks about that. Obviously with a little semi-related stuff in between. Today's date is January 27th, 2022. Happy Pokemon Arceus Eve for those that are hyped up. I'm actually kind of I actually might come out of a Pokemon retirement. It's a very elaborate plan. I don't want to get into it, but come out of Pokemon retirement to see if I still got it. I got something to prove. I actually don't got anything to prove, but I just want to see if I still got it. So yeah, for what that's worth. Outside of that, everything crazy is always going on. Anything notably crazy. Nothing that comes to mind, at least. Gaming wise, pretty steady news. Nothing that will ever, I think, amount to the Activision Blizzard, Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard story last week. But hey, you know what? We got some pretty good stuff to talk about, actually. Some very insightful, fascinating, if I could talk, interesting stuff to discuss. So you know what? Let's stop the dilly-dallying and get right into it. First topic of discussion. That motherfucker. That's the exact topic. Normally you start off with that motherfucker. It's got to be something behind it, right? So, at least in this instance, specifically, did I get all my stuff mixed up? I think I did. Oh my God. I think we're okay. Hold on. I think we're okay. Yeah, so that motherfucker By that motherfucker, I mean Toshihiro Nagoshi, of course, the godfather of the Yakuza series, who's recently moved on to NetEase. He was poached up. Well, I think willingly poached up, to my understanding. Is now with NetEase, and at least this past Sunday revealed his full blown studio now with NetEase, called, of course, Nagoshi Studio. So, with that being said, kind of bouncing off the story, maybe a couple months ago, a lot of ex Sega folks that were within his team for Ryuga Gotoku Studios, went with him to go into this new studio of his as well. So all that in mind, now that encompasses Nagoshi Studio. So it looked like he ready. Him and his whole team is ready. I think they also talked about their next project a little bit. I think they briefly touched on some expectations, which I'm trying to see where that is at specifically. I know they mentioned something along the lines that they don't want to do what they did, with Yakuza. I think they said they wanted to make it more accessible and more open-ended. And I think he also conveyed why he left Ryuga Gotoku Studios as well, due to not doing the same thing over and over again. So at least now this new studio is giving him another chance to, I think additionally he also said, have more creative control over, the series, and, kind of being confined within the walls, if you will, of the Yakuza series, and kind of the box he technically put himself in, even though I guess the new protagonist, Ichiban, did kind of set that up to be, kind of a bit more different, but either way. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it, of course. I mean, he gave us Yakuza, so I mean, I love me some Yakuza. So I mean, you put that together with this NetEase deal, I mean, I can't help it. I have to. We'll see what happens. I don't know what will happen, but I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I think the announcement on his website, which is of course in Japanese, can I put it to English? I can. So yeah, but it is good to see he's making progress. He established his studio, and I don't know, man. I mean, considering the immense turnaround time for the Yakuza games, like it was like what is it? I'm pretty sure there's a term. Would it be biannual technically? Where at least what I mean is that a new game would come out every other year. It felt like, specifically with the Yakuza games and related, spin-off games. At least there was a cadence of every other year something would come out, which is crazy considering like the quality of the games and whatnot. Even though I think I mentioned this before, but there's definitely a lot of shortcuts you see in a lot of the games being developed and stuff, like a lot of very similar characters, that random characters that always make their appearance, where you've played so many of them that you recognize. Is that dude from Yakuza 0? What are you doing in here? And stuff like that. But I mean, obviously it's not anything to be like, but I think it definitely does help in terms of making development very much more efficient. So, um, yeah. So overall, I mean, just bringing some awareness. Um, I'm definitely looking forward to whatever he makes. Pretty sure it'll probably be somewhat similar to Yakuza in some ways, and probably more ways than I can think or would think. But probably as well giving himself the leeway to kind of do more of what he wants. Because I think he was like the CEO. I'm pretty sure he was the CEO of Ryuga Gotoku Studios, and then moved now to Nagoshi, his own studio, Nagoshi Studio with NetEase. So I'm looking forward to it. I just want to beat somebody up. Just let me beat somebody up. But I know Nagoshi. But I mean, hey, maybe if I don't beat anybody up, that's fine too. I think they did develop what's the other game? Binary Domain. I was like Gears of War, but Yakuza. I kind of Asian version of Gears of War. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. But I'm open minded. I enjoyed that as well. So here's to Nagoshi and whatever he brings to us. I'm really looking forward to it. You can tell. You could tell I'm looking forward to it. Keeping in line with the Yakuza related news. Interesting story came out I want to say yesterday, where Epic Games, of course, the developers of one of the biggest games out still, Fortnite, that is literally Marvel cross Capcom cross DC cross Adidas cross Nike cross Jordan cross, you get it. Apparently is shooting out some surveys, and the surveys definitely suggest a lot. Specifically of some of them, it included Yakuza and Kiryu as a, pretty much in a suggestion like, what would you like to see in the game? And look at this tweet from Fortnite News. Yeah, it lists it. I guess Yakuza is one of the many series they have listed on here. But they have, they actually have Streets of Rage. It is a lot, actually. They have Yakuza. They have Yakuza Like a Dragon as well on top of Yakuza. So, Dark Souls, Dance Dance Revolution. How is that gonna work? I don't. I guess you when you fly in, you just use a DDR pad. I could see it, one of those DDR mats for like the console versions of DDR, and you parachuting in with the DDR mats. That'd be stupid, but I'd respect it. I might. If it was like maybe $5, I ain't gonna lie. I'd bite. Neo Battletoads. That's kind of cool. Fortnite is gonna get me one of these days. I'm scared. Call of Duty, Warframe, Legend of Zelda, Portal, Cuphead, Brawlhalla, Balan Wonderworld. Okay, now they got Balan Wonderworld in there. Now I'm starting to be a bit doubtful. The fact that they have a game like Balan Wonderworld, which is, I think, generally not well received. But then again, they're suggesting, if you've, in this specifically within this survey, have you heard of it or you haven't heard of it. So I don't know. But then they also have, fashion designers like Supreme and Yeezy, shows What If and Steven Universe, Miles Morales, Scarecrow, Broly from Dragon Ball Super, Green Goblin from Spider-Man, Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Shuri from Black Panther, Avatar: The Last Bender, Aang, Iroh, Mr. Fantastic, Ultron. Hmm. They got, and then more shows: Ted Lasso, House, Big Bang Theory. Attack on Titan. I know they did Rick and Morty before. Pinky and the Brain, the Flintstones. I think they did One Piece too already. And man, they got like Mass Effect, Street Fighter, Dante from Devil May Cry. They did have Street Fighter, never mind. CJ from Grand Theft Auto. Ashley Williams from Mass Effect specifically. Captain Price from Call of Duty. Doom Slayer guy from Doom. Crash Bandicoot. Oh man. Man, they are coming from they are coming for the jugular. Oh man, I'm scared. I really am. So, I mean, amongst those characters, at least, of course, the most, in my opinion, like random, oddly specific, like that will never happen, of course, has been mentioned. Kiryu and Yakuza, the Yakuza series. Now I can see it now, you know. They have the iconic music. Get funky. And then, you know, you got Kiryu beating up somebody, and then that random miscellaneous Fortnite dude, generic Fortnite guy, he getting his ass beaten, and Kiryu come to save him. And, you know, Kiryu with his stoic nature, and, you know, Kiryu's fighting for Aniki, not Aniki, Nishiki, and I feel like there's no way for that to come off not cringy. All the scenarios I'm currently playing in my head to try to announce him as a character. Probably during the announcement event for the next Yakuza, I could probably see it kind of like they did with I think Street Fighter or something like that. And I told myself, I was like, I'm not playing Fortnite till there's a Kiryu skin or it's a no build mode. Well, I guess we could put Kiryu in the game. So, that sucks. And then the other concern is that is Kiryu gonna look? Is he gonna be done justice? And he isn't gonna look like what's his name? Guile from Street Fighter. His character, which looked horrible. Please do Kiryu justice if you gonna put him in the game. That's all I ask. I'm just speaking that in the universe. Damn it. What would he have though? What would his parachute be? Probably a tiger. It'd probably be like a toy tiger or something. Like a toy tiger blanket, and then he like that's kind of funny. I kind of like that. Now the more I'm thinking, the more I'm fantasizing about it, I kind of like that. Probably they might add they generally add at least a male and a female. So I'm guessing maybe the female might be Haruka, if I would guess. Probably Haruka, the older version in Yakuza 6. I could see that. Yeah, Kiryu and Haruka. Maybe they might put Goro in there. I mean, if you're going to put Kiryu in there, you might as well put Goro in there. Goro Majima. You might as well. I hate it. Damn it, Fortnite. Why are you doing this? Damn it. But I mean, it is amazing that they do have like a way more other games that they're definitely getting a gauge on. I'm like, you like Ted Lasso? Like, what if Yeezys? Huh? If we put Yeezys in the so we'll see. They even got influencers, more influencers now. Mr. Beast, Addison Rae. Interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna roll my eyes so hard if we get a Kiryu Fortnite announcement. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Moving on. Next topic of discussion. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We all know him. Shut your candy ass up if you don't. Stop. So The Rock, who's like, dude is on fire right now. Ever man for the longest, really. But he's the top of the top. His journey has been fun watching growing up personally as well. But he, in an interview with Health Magazine, I believe, he actually blurted out that he's quote unquote working on one of the biggest, most badass games on the screen, or bringing one of the biggest, most badass games to the screen. So, I mean, take that for what you will. And this, I guess, to be more specific, quote, we're going to bring, I can't do a Rock voice. No, I can't. I'm not even going to try. We're going to bring one of the biggest, most badass games to the screen, one that I've played for years. I'm really excited to bring it to fans around the world. Of course, we're going to do it right by our gamer friends, but really, we're just going to make a great movie. Mind you, this is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who was starred in Doom, back in maybe, I think, early 2000s. Was he in some other? There was Jumanji, which technically had a spin as a game in terms of the remakes, but that doesn't really count. Rampage, I think he starred in Rampage. Never seen any of those anyway, but so I mean, he has a track record of being associated with a fair amount of game movies, not necessarily the best quality, but anyway. Yeah, I don't know. At least in terms of the speculation, there supposedly is a rumor going around that it's going to be a Call of Duty game, but that just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you do a Call of Duty game? I don't know. That just doesn't make sense. I guess, but a game that doesn't really have a notable consistent plot, I don't think would really. I guess technically Modern Warfare 1 and 2 are somewhat of the more notable stories, if anything, but I don't think that's the case. I supposedly there's a rumor going around that The Rock is going to be in Call of Duty, but that just doesn't make sense. I heard well, I guess it wasn't anything substantial, but here's who I think he's gonna star, or what the movie will be. Considering Sony has been making this sudden effort to do a lot of video, translate their video game properties to the movies or TV shows, with The Last of Us getting a TV series and something else that is being worked on as a movie. Uncharted. Oh yeah, the Uncharted movie, like, coming out somewhat soon, I think, within the next couple months. I think the obvious choice is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Let me get my movie voice that I've never rehearsed or practiced. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, starring as Kratos from God of War. Da 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 da. That's literally. I do everything. I just do the voice and I do the audio. They theater should do that. That'd be kind of fun. I guess depending on the angle you're going for. Obviously, if it's more serious, that would kill everything. But you know what I mean. Yeah, I think Dwayne Johnson would make a really good Kratos. I could see it. You know, clearly he has the physique. He has the visceralness, the rawness, the just the gutter. I don't even know how to describe it. You know what I mean. Just he has the capabilities. He has the capabilities to be the God of War. So I could see that. Just put some of that white ash on him. You know, the red paint, whatever that is. You know, the ashes of his fallen daughter and mother that he killed. I could see it. I'm the Rock, but I'm Kratos. God of War. He says that specifically while the movie is going on. He occasionally just reminds you that, if you didn't notice when you watch it. But I think that's going to be the likely choice. Dwayne "Rock" Johnson, starring as Kratos. If they go fully violent with it as well, it could be really good. They go fully into it with the violence like the games. I could see it. I could see it bashing people's heads in, ripping Medusa's head off and using it as a weapon. Using the wings of Poseidon, ripping the wings off that dude, and I could see it. I could see it. I'm saying like I'm getting aroused, but I mean hey, if done right, I think it will work. It will work, but we'll see. Loves hearing all the jokes of people in Reset Era talking about it. Is very funny. Dark Souls, Gears of War, Spy Hunter again. I forgot he did that movie too. Doom Eternal. Somebody did Shin Megami Tensei 5, but it it was re-edited Shin Jabroni Tensei 5. Oh, it is so dumb, but I love it. Kingdom Hearts, the most random miscellaneous games. Oh, internet is undefeated, man. Let me tell you, internet is undefeated. So, yeah, we'll see. I definitely think I think it's very likely to be God of War though, but we'll see. Moving on. One other movie that I think he might be in. Well, you know what? We'll pocket that. We'll put that in the pocket. We'll put it in the pocket. Going back to let's actually go to NetherRealm. You know, let's go to the NetherRealm. Let's go to WB Studios. And earlier today, there was a quote unquote leak. I think by Jonathan Anderson, who's one of the producers at NetherRealm Studios, who are the developers for, you know, the renowned established franchise Mortal Kombat, as well as Injustice, Gods Among Us. released a picture on Twitter and then immediately deleted it, but not fast enough for fans to actually get the picture and divulge and digest it for themselves. And that's exactly what we did. So basically, the picture shows a lot of stuff. I kind of had a little epiphany now I'm thinking about it. But anyway, it shows like some concept art and all that stuff. But it's very interesting in terms of the picture because it shows him at his desk and some of his like printed out art and stuff. And some of the commercials and ads for Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2, and some like concept art for like Wonder Woman and I think Brainiac from Injustice. But interesting part is that behind all of that, on his monitor on the right, there's this is so fucking nerdy. On his monitor on the right, you could see there's an email open, and it talks specifically that like this is confidential, and our fans eagerly scrape the internet for any trace of information. At least that's what it's suggested to be because it's cut off in a very interesting way. But then if you look at the email, they definitely are using Outlook. That's like a very miscellaneous observation, but anyway, using Outlook. But then if you see under their reminders tab, there is actually MK12 something, like a file or something like that was attached. I'm guessing it was like a photo or something that's attached in the email that they are showing the attachment, but it shows MK12 master something. So it's like, clearly it's got to be MK12. But then when you look at it, let me if y'all excuse me, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on. You see in the picture there is a Mortal Kombat 1, the ad for Mortal Kombat 1, and then next to it is an arcade cabinet that is Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 11. Now, let's get deeper. Let's get deeper. Next to that, this is so fucking nerdy. Next to that, you have Mortal Kombat 2, and then Mortal Kombat 2 below it. Damn it! You know what? I just realized that I thought it was Mortal Kombat 1, but if you put it the other way, Mortal Kombat 1, which is next to Mortal Kombat 2, and then Mortal Kombat 1, which is next to Mortal Kombat 2 as well. Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2. Wait for it. Mortal Kombat 12. I know it's hard to see, but you just gotta see in between the lines. Is there? It's apparent. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it was in our face all along. But considering this is a very obvious, like, obvious intentional leak, where people leak it and delete it with the intention of like giving you the impression that it wasn't meant to be released, but technically it was, and that was the appeal of doing that. I mean, it worked. I'm talking about it right now, so interesting stuff. But I mean, at the same time, it's like I think it was pretty much a given that like Mortal Kombat 12 was coming at some point anyway, so we'll see. But I'm just I think I've reached the pinnacle of nerdom There's probably been other times I've been more nerdy, but I'm just saying. We've reached peak nerdedom, peak nerdity at this point. So, so dumb. Mortal Kombat 1 is next to Mortal Kombat 2. If you see the little font there, that font was used in Mortal Kombat back in 2018. Let me stop. Oh my God. It's so dumb. So dumb, but I love it. I love it. I ain't gonna lie. Man. Keeping that Mortal Kombat train going. Cheat cheat. Mortal Kombat 2 has been confirmed to be in development, the movie specifically, which was actually coming off that The Rock story. Apparently, that is another rumor going around, spreading around, is that supposedly Dwayne The Rock Johnson is gonna supposedly be Shao Kahn, which I could see that too, actually. Oh, and with the derogatory insults as he's beating your ass, that would kind of be sick. I'm not even gonna lie, that'd be pretty dope. What were some fuck? Let's look it up. This is relevant. It's official. You suck. That was one. It's official. You suck. Don't bore me or something. Shao Kahn lines. Shao Kahn taunts. Shao Kahn taunts.
Feel the wrath of Shao Kahn.
Okay.
Feel the wrath of
Shao Kahn. The laugh. I can see it. I win. You're still trying to win. You will never win. Okay, it's just I win. Well, then they go into the games, but it's pathetic. It's official. You suck is the one that always sticks out to me.
Is that your best?
Is that your best?
Is that your rule this world?
Oh, that's a lot. Damn. Well, you get the idea. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, I could see The Rock doing that. He got the potential. Clearly the physique he has, and that'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope. I could see that. Yeah, I mean, given Mortal Kombat 2, hopefully will actually be a tournament this time, where it isn't just the name and not actually a tournament like the first movie. I could see they like really, yeah, if they're gonna pay for Dwayne The Rock Johnson to do it, yeah, he's definitely gonna be like he might be overbearing and steal the show and like be like, you know, the head of, you know, take the most screen time. I'd be interested in that, kind of provide more backstory in another realm and stuff like that. I could see it. It's got potential. We'll see. But yeah, at least that's apparently another rumor of his involvement, maybe. But yeah, at least that aside, Mortal Kombat sequel has been confirmed and is in the works. So we'll actually see, I guess, spoilers for the first Mortal Kombat. I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but Johnny Cage, and other various characters. Um, hmm. Hmm. Yeah, at least what I would want from Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah, to actually have an actual tournament. Have an actual tournament. More gore, more fatalities. Um Please don't bring what's his name back? The golden coat man. Golden coat man. I forgot his name. But whatever they do, I mean, just write him out. Or I mean, could kill him off. It's fine. I guess they might not because of the plot that involves him enticing with Scorpion, but he could die though. I mean, no ill will, but I mean that character is just so. Please do not make original characters for. Do not make original characters for established franchises, with the maybe exception if they're like side characters or not necessarily pivotal characters, which it feels like, at least for the original Mortal Kombat, that was the case, where it's like a straight up pivotal character in the main plot, which muddy things up a little too much in my opinion. But don't bring him back, and I don't know. That's really it. You know, just bring more interesting characters from the Mortal Kombat lore, and actually have a tournament this time. Violence, a lot of violence and fatalities. I mean, that's good enough for me. That would satisfy me, of course, with all that, you know, really good fight choreography as well. That's definitely a must for this type of movie too. So we'll see. The first one was pretty good in in a lot of aspects, but it had, of course, a couple downsides. But we'll see. I am looking forward. I am looking forward to it. Whenever that comes to be, we'll see. We'll see. And with that being said, I think that'll conclude the news for this week. Let's get into what I've been playing. If I can move my tabs. Oh my God, what is going on? Thank you. Been playing, of course. It never stops. Halo Infinite. But got what did I get? Reached 100, level 100 on my battle pass. Oh my God. It was a long journey, but we finally got it. I got my hothead armor customization thing. Pretty dope. Got the fire shoulders as well on the journey. But it was a fun ride. I think there was also a new event that popped off this week. I think it's called what was it called? Something. That's the event. It was called something. Let me look it up. What was it called? Cyber Showdown. That's it. Cyber Showdown. Got his miscellaneous equipments. Damn it, I should get back on it. Actually, I after I got a level 100 on Battle Pass, I'm like, I'm good. I'm got everything I needed to, but kind of want to get some of these items. I want to get that visor. I want to get I'm not too hot on the Mohawk, but just to have it. But yeah, the Cyber Showdown event was pretty fun. and then it came with a new mode. I think it came with this event. I don't think it came last week, but I'll mention it either way. Attrition, where it is essentially I guess think Gears of War's team deathmatch, but with even less lives. So you start off with a pretty moderate, I wouldn't say moderate. You start off with like, I think 6 lives per team. And then, you share the pool of lives. And, after the team, basically whichever team runs out of lives, wins. But there is the additional mechanic dynamic, whatever you want to call it, where characters can revive other people in this mode if they've run out of their pool of lives. So, there is that dynamic of, managing the people's deaths so they don't like run to where somebody's died at. It's like a bubble, kind of similar to the AI bubbles where they died, and they can just go to it and revive them. But that dynamic of defending the people that are already dead to ensure the victory, ensure the win. What else? It was something else in particular. No, I think that was it. Yeah, but it's definitely one of the quickest modes in terms of, if you want to finagle the game that way. I guess depending, there's like 2 rounds, so if you win both, you win, but I guess it technically can get longer if it gets real competitive. But I'm definitely interested to see how it's gonna play, because it seems to be inevitable. It definitely just yells to be a ranked match mode. So definitely interested to see how it plays in ranked whenever they add it into ranked. I'm trying to think if there's anything else specifically. No, it's pretty dope though. I really dig the mode. I really dig it. I mean, as somebody who loved Gears of War's original execution mode, where it's just one life, it kind of gives you, if you lose or if you die, you get at least one more spawn to kind of get you warmed up a bit, and then get another chance at it. Or in a clutch moment where somebody revives you, you can maybe pull the win. So it definitely sets itself up for a lot of interesting gameplay moments. So yeah, I'm digging it. Halo, I mean, I'm still playing it. I mean, apparently a lot of people fell off, which I understand. Halo definitely has its fair share of problems currently, at least specifically. I think the matchmaking, the big team battle matchmaking, is still broken. What else? That's the big glaring one, I think. I think everything else is pretty minimal, not necessarily as noticeable, but that's probably the biggest issue with Halo right now is the horrible big team battle matchmaking. So we'll see what happens. Also been playing Days Gone. Actually got back to I seem to just be going on and off with that game, but played a substantial amount over the weekend, and it feels like is going way longer than it needs to be, in my opinion. But then again, this is going to my frame of reference since a time playing this game, and then I know there was like a lot of side stuff that I was playing as well that where it was more so optional than necessary. But it's like the game, it's hard sometimes to tell when the game wants you to do, if you're doing something that's the mainline story versus a side thing. That's probably maybe potentially one gripe I have with the game, is that it doesn't really do a good job of at least explicitly telling you that. Like some of the iconography, I guess, kind of does or suggests it, but I don't think it really fully explains it, which is probably one of my gripes, but I don't know. Anyway, at least got to a significant part where you have to go to another location. At least I thought I was about to beat the game, but I apparently wasn't. And now it's a whole different part, and I'm like, oh man, I kind of wish it ended, but we'll see. If the payoff is good, then it might justify it, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. We'll see. I think that at least so far it seems like that's one of the game's issues, is that it's too long, at least specifically for the main story, which is, obviously what most people will be playing. But we'll see. I mean, I am enjoying just the general gameplay, the I guess what you would consider the gameplay loop, which is like you drive your bike to whatever location, complete the objective, wash, rinse, and repeat. Or was it rinse and repeat? Rinse and repeat. Yeah, it's fine, but it's not like, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I conveyed that well, but you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but not, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, but it's not, hopefully you pick up what I'm putting down with that, but we'll see. I don't know. I feel like I might put it on the back burner for a bit and maybe come back to it, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead and a fan of, I always make this association, but I've never literally watched it, Sons of Anarchy, you probably will dig this. Maybe more than I currently am. I don't know, but it's got interesting mechanics to it. So, yeah. Also, I've been playing Tribes of Midgard. This is a game roommate was incessantly pushing me on. I'm like, I guess, and then of course I started playing it. I'm like, yeah, this is actually pretty decent. This is pretty good. I'm actually digging it. So, Tribes of Midgard is how do I describe it? It's like I think they claim it's a roguelike, or no, I think they claim it's a survival game, but it technically feels more like a roguelike, in my opinion. I guess it's a little bit of both, depending on, your interpretation of both, but it's, I guess, a little bit of a survival and roguelike game, where essentially each new instance is new, and you can play, I guess, apparently with up to 10 people. And the goal is, I think from what I researched, is to defeat this last boss, apparently. But the conditions to do that are pretty difficult, depending on like how you play the game, I guess, and your level. I think the game definitely is centered around you needing to progress in level and play the game repeatedly to actually beat it, if that makes sense. So each new instance, which I forgot is called, not a nexus, but something where it's just you start the game fresh, and the game has a time cycle and night and day system, and each day passes, I guess technically as each day passes, after a certain number, it gets significantly harder from what I researched. So the goal is basically to, well, one, protect your home base, and also protect the giants. I forgot the term for them, but they will occasionally come every couple waves to try to destroy your base. And it's basically, you want to defend it and defeat the giants and defeat what I'm assuming is the head giant or whatever. And then I think technically you beat the game. At least from what I researched, you're supposedly supposed to beat the game by day 10, or you technically could beat the game by day 10. But you have to be, I think, one, you have to have a lot of people to make that possible, or to be like fully upgraded or ranked up within the, the game's ranking system progression. So, but at least from the gameplay loop, I think is actually pretty good, where you want to scavenge items around the map and explore the map more. We can unlock like quick travel points, which also makes the game more efficient to get stuff that you need, and as well as for other players you're playing with. But you all collectively have the goal to beat this said boss that's technically beating the game. So it's pretty surprisingly good. My apprehension was definitely there in terms of the context of playing it. But then after the more I played, I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good. I'm kind of digging it. So at least I think the goal is to get more people to play with at once to make the game easier. I am very curious about that aspect to see if how much adding more players to a single game actually makes the game easier or harder. In what ways does that change? So definitely looking forward to playing some more, seeing how those dynamics change, and the more I progress, and when you meet certain conditions within the game, there's like a lot of levels to unlock, or classes to unlock, and those classes has a lot of different properties, like enhance your armor plus 20, revive yourself when you're downed, and a lot of various stuff like that. But at least speaking like in the grand scheme of things as a whole, pretty dope. I think it came out in like August of 2021 from what I looked up. So it's apparently been out for a bit, but I don't think I'd never heard of it until my roommate put me onto it. So I was like, oh, and I think it's developed by Gearbox. So I was like, man, I'd literally never heard of this game. And it's crazy how many games that we never heard of, or, isn't in the, I guess, mainstream, that are actually like, pretty legit. Like the one game that sticks to me is like Naraka Blade Point, which I'm very much interested in, but I've yet to play, and I'm very curious of how that plays. So, man, goes to show, man, it's a lot. It is a lot of games we do not know that exist, I guess. So, for what that's worth. But with that being said, that concludes what I've been playing for this week. Get into what I've been watching. Which has been the Book of Boba Fett. Man, this episode, episode 5, pretty dope. I guess somewhat kind of spoilers for episode 5 of Boba Fett if you haven't seen it, but it's very ironic. This episode, it's literally the Mandalorian season, the Mandalorian episode season 3 5 season 3 1 the Mandalorian season 1 episode season 3 with 1 episode, probably maybe 2 now that I think of it, but it was weird. So literally the whole episode was just focused on the Mandalorian, not even Boba Fett at all. So it's like, all right. But that's it. It was kind of the ironic part, where it's like, given the comparison within the show, where, at least these episodes so far with Boba Fett and dude taking his mask off, helmet off every opportunity he gets, and this whole, I guess, backstory of how he survived and all that, which is cool, but wasn't necessarily any really cool moments. You know what I mean? Like fight choreography, not really that was like substantial or dope like episode 5, which Mandalorian has. He got the dark blade that he got from Moff Gideon from the duel, so now he's like having issues with acclimating himself to it, and at least the initial fight, a lot of references, of course, to his show, and it was pretty dope. Just the fight choreography and everything, pretty awesome, badass episode. But I just find it insanely funny that this is literally just a Mandalorian episode, but in the Book of Boba Fett. Which I guess maybe it's probably gonna pay off. I would assume that at least towards the end, what's her name? Boba Fett's assistant. I forgot her name, but she's like, hey, Mando. Oh, hey, can you help us out? We need some more muscle, and here we'll pay you real good. He's like, I don't need the money. I was like, damn, okay, all right, loyalty. So, pretty damn good episode, but that it still kills me. It was literally season like Mandalorian season 2.5 episode where it definitely not necessarily ties up, but explains some stuff that happened after the events of the season finale of season 2. And I mean, it seems apparent now that he apparently he's gonna get good old Grogi, aka Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, back. So interesting stuff. It's crazy. I feel like the Mandalorian is more Boba Fett than Boba Fett, which is kind of crazy to think, like, considering the, I guess, iconic reputation that Boba Fett has gotten over the years. And now that we have the opportunity to expand on Boba Fett as a character, it's like, he's not as like cool and elusive as he was now. He keeps taking his helmet off, and it's like, I guess, but it's like now that's all been transferred to the Mandalorian, it feels like, which I guess is give or take, really. But I just find that's a very notable observation the more I think about it. But we'll see what happens these next couple episodes. I forgot how many episodes there are for this season. I think it's 9, but I want to fact check. Book of Boba Fett episodes. Excuse me. I think I want to say it's 9 or 7. It seems like it's only 7. So 2 episodes left. Chapter 5, Return of the Mandalorian. I just find that funny. I don't know why. It's just weird. It's supposed to be centered around Boba Fett, but you literally dedicated a whole episode to the Mandalorian, the Return of the Mandalorian. But yeah, so also watched Attack on Titan episode. I forgot what episode it is, but the latest episode of Attack on Titan. Won't really spoil too much, but this just needs to be stated. Fuck Gabby. Fuck Gabby. All right. She can kick rocks. She can kiss grass. Is it touch grass? She could kick rocks. I just want that to be stated. I want that to be known. Kick rocks all relentlessly until she get tired. And when she's tired, kick more rocks. Fuck Gabby. All right. Excuse me. Gabby. I just wanna put that out there. Just wanna put that out there. This episode is actually pretty good. A lot of significant stuff, a lot of changes and things, and yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a a lot of interesting stuff. I'll say that I'm curious what happens in the next episode, considering how stuff happened in this past episode. But still, Gabby. Just wanna put that out there. Just wanna, in case there was some discrepancies or some misunderstandings, you know, Gabby. Just saying. just saying. Just in case it hasn't been, there's just some room for interpretation, you know. Gabby, all right. Okay. All right. I've said my piece, so yeah. Clearly I think I've conveyed that message clearly. I hope there isn't any, you know, misinterpretation or anything like that. So I think I'll leave it at that. But yeah, so with that being said, I think that will on that somber note, I think that will conclude episode 138 of Switch's Sights. If you do like it or enjoy the podcast, feel free to like, rate, and subscribe on your various podcasting platforms. We are on Spotify, Apple Music, TuneIn. I think I said iTunes, but I'll say it again. Google Music, podcast, whatever it's called now. If there's a place that this is not on, please let me know. I'll do everything in my power to be put on there. You can also catch me record this live on Twitch TV/aswitch, where I at least try to record Thursday evenings. You can also catch the archive of the show on youtube.com/aswitch as well on Friday mornings additionally. But yeah, till next time, y'all, have fun with Pokemon Arceus. Let me stop. Till next time, y'all. Feel free to fuck. Get your damn game on. Aw, yeah.
Nobody's safe.